it seems that things in the world are getting worse and worse day by day, and more people are at a loss of how to respond to it. But on the bright side, I've found a lot more opportunities to work on the online content that I love so much that hasn't really been getting the focus I've wanted to give it for, well, a few years now. So today I'm going to overview generally what's happening and how this is affecting the channels. So first off, my typical YouTube upload schedule isn't really changing a ton. YouTube is certainly something that's fun to have projects for, but it's not really a focus of mine because the community engagement just isn't anywhere near what like live streaming and like Discord and whatever stuff is. So that's typically where I've been sending my focus. But as far as Twitch, I've typically been doing 1 to 3 streams a week for the longest time. But during quarantine, I'm up to about 10 streams a week. So like streaming every single day and half the days twice a day at like morning, afternoon, evening, sometime at random, alternating between all kinds of stuff. And today I want to overview kind of what's happening, where you can go to get the streams, and what might be coming up in the streams. So let's get into that. So first off, the main project that has been in the focus right now is the Half-Life series. I've been just playing Half-Life 1, or the Black Mesa version of it, which just came out last month, basically non-stop, and I thought a game that old would be like really dated. I was wondering like, well, what's all the hype about? Everyone always is shouting about the second game, not the first game. Oh, this game's good. Black Mesa is amazing. I am loving it so much, and I'm probably a stream or two out from the end, and if I set things up properly, I'm actually going to be live with that about the same time this video goes up, so we'll see how that works out. The other focus right now is Metal Gear Solid 2. We had an insane time with the first Metal Gear Solid a few weeks ago. We got like 400 people in chat, and I streamed for 16 hours without a break. So clearly the series is an exciting one. But I just need to get back into Metal Gear Solid 2. That's going to be a focus after I finish Black Mesa. Once both of those games are done, I will be starting a new game. One of these. Either Final Fantasy VII Remake or Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I am very interested in both of these. I have not bought a game within a week of its launch in like 3 or 4 years, but both of these were enough to make me do it, and I'm really excited for both of them. And right now I have a poll out on Twitter, which is linked somewhere, and people are deciding which of those is going to be the game after Black Mesa and Metal Gear Solid 2. So that's going to be very exciting. As far as Ori and the Will of the Wisps goes, we just beat Ori and the Blind Forest like a month ago. It's got to be one of my favorite games of all time. The visuals, the audio, the gameplay, the world design, it's so good. Everybody's saying Will of the Wisps like outperforms it, and it could very well be a contender for one of my top games of all time if that's true. And I'm super excited to get into Will of the Wisps. But also, there's Final Fantasy VII Remake. A week ago, I was not even going to buy this game. I had a very specific way I wanted to go through the Final Fantasy series because I haven't played a single Final Fantasy game so far. I wanted to start with Final Fantasy IV, and then I wanted to move on to Final Fantasy VI on the SNES Classic, and then I wanted to get through the original 7, 8, and 9 before finally getting to 10 and 10-2, and eventually 15. So that was kind of the plan I always had for the Final Fantasy series, and I really didn't want to go straight into Final Fantasy VII Remake, having not played the first one, because as in-depth and fully realized as this is, it's only the first 10 hours or so of this game, and I was really nervous, like, is this going to be like an episodic game? Well, like, I have to wait like months or years or whatever to figure out what happens next. I'd kind of rather just have the original experience, and then this has a complementary experience, because I would have actually experienced the whole story instead of just experienced some of the story and then just wait forever. But a few friends of mine have been playing it, more people have been talking about it, and it turns out it's actually basically its own game that just is inspired a lot by this one, if anything. So, if this is the one that people pick, I'm going to be quite curious to see how that goes. And if I like it enough, I very well could just move straight into the original on PS1 as a direct follow-up to it. And then the other things happening are just in between the current games, just whatever the main games are. I'm just playing a bit of World of Light and Ring Fit Adventure. These ones aren't really on any kind of schedule or pattern. It's just, if that's the game I'm in the mood for, that's what I'll be streaming. And me and my brother have started doing a Minecraft survival world, which I've known basically nothing about Minecraft at all, but he's trying to get me into it. It's interesting. We'll see how it goes. He's convinced me that we're going to stick with the game until we beat a dragon that's in it somewhere. So I have to do that, and then me and him are going to be moving on to A Hat in Time, which I've never played it. He didn't even know what it was a week ago, and apparently it has a split-screen multiplayer for the whole thing. So that's super exciting. Very interested in that. And I guess as some final statements, there's a merch store now. This is the only shirt I've gotten in so far, even though I ordered like 4 of them. But yeah, it's a cool thing to have. Because what was it? Stream Elements recently started like doing a shirt production thing, and I've always been uncertain of things like Redbubble or whatever because I've gotten a shirt or 2 from them, and they cost like $30, and they're worse quality than like any other shirt I own. So I was pleasantly surprised by Stream Elements, because these are really nice shirts and it cost me $12 to put anything I want on it. So I got a few of those up. There's also more that aren't up yet because I have to figure things out with the original artist of it to figure out when or if I can even put them up there. So we'll see how that works. But also the Twitch stream just got a complete overhaul. So now we've got all kinds of new templates and layouts, and I'm very interested in messing around with that more because it should make things a lot more streamlined and have a bit more branding to it. So hope you guys enjoy that. Big takeaways, streaming every day. There's a poll down below to choose between which of these you want to be streamed in the next week or so. And then we also have Black Mesa is probably being streamed shortly after or shortly before this video goes live. So if you want to see the ending of the first Half-Life remastered, that's what I'm going to be focusing on probably during about this time. So hope you enjoy, and see you there.